Hi, I'm Matt from hockeyreviews.ca, and this is a review of the CCM Speedblade XS1 Black Steel. This review will also kind of cover CCM's other steel. I think it's just called XS1. It's the one that comes with their new XS holder. The skates will have their own separate review, but I really want to talk about the CCM Steel specifically, and I'll kind of get into that. So this will be on another video going over that, but I'll kind of jump into it here as well. So right here on top end CCM skates, I know on the AS1s, they have a black steel, but it's not obviously the new holder yet. On the 80, I think it's 80K now, they have the new holder with this steel, obviously FT1's holder with this steel, and the custom skates holder with this steel. So there's two options for the steel when you go custom. It's the XS1 Black, and I can't remember the other one, but it's not black. It's no longer the polished, like really shiny stainless, super polished one either. It's just a standard stainless, I believe, and it's a little bit taller for, according to them, a little bit better bite angle. So I like the holder. I like the design and everything. It's done pretty well so far for me. The steel, on the other hand, this is one of the biggest things that really disappoints me about CCM. This steel is, to put it bluntly, garbage. I can't believe CCM still offers this steel and their non-black steel on their top end skates, so $1,000 skates, and even over $1,000 if you go custom. It's just bad. All these other companies, you have Step Steel, you have Tydan, you have Byonic here, you have Bauer LS4. You have all these companies that are doing a proper carbon coating or coating on the steel itself to make it last longer, to give it better like skating properties, to make it like pick up less snow so it glides better, but also holds an edge better and makes it like I don't know if it makes a harder steel. There's technical terms for that. I'm not positive if that's what it is, but it makes it hold its edge better. The CCM Black and other steels just it's on another level of bad. Back in the day when LS4, even when LS3 was out, CCM Steel was worse than LS3. Then they came out with LS4, which made it taller and it was better. And then they came out with LS5. I'm talking about Bauer. All of those were steps above what CCM's steel quality is on their skates. And this is no different. The frustrating thing about that is if you buy a $1,000 skate, expect to at least spend $80 on new steel, because this steel honestly is not good enough for the skate. I don't know why. I don't know why this is a thing and they haven't improved it. But to me, CCM has to be kind of dragged kicking and screaming for a lot of things. An example of that is their goalie skates, where they kept the cowling on for as long as possible, and then they jumped to no cowling. This is one of those things where they're kicking and screaming of actually giving you good quality steel. Obviously, Bauer realized aftermarket steel was something that they could go after, and people were buying more aftermarket steel than stock steel, because they came out with LS5, which has that black black design to it, kind of like this, and that a little, and like the coating on it. My problem with CCM steel is that it's way too soft. So my experience with the super polish before and the blacks on the AS1s were that basically I would have to get my skates sharpened about every week. And that's like playing twice a week. I would say about every 2 weeks playing twice a week. And even then I could feel the edges kind of going on me. And I felt like, okay, I wasn't as comfortable in my edges anymore. And that's way too often. When I went to Step Steel on my old, I think it was on my X100 skates, or sorry, when I went to Step Steel on my AS or FT1s the first time, I noticed an immediate difference where I didn't have to get them sharpened all the time. When I went to Byonic, same thing, except Byonic had a bit better properties because I had super polished, and the super polish allows better glide on rough surfaces. The black doesn't really hold an edge any better for me than their normal one does. I have to get it changed all the time, or sharpened again all the time. I've sharpened these pair of skates probably 3 times already, or 4 times, and I've probably worn them 20 times. I just can't get that like edge to be like me comfortable on that edge, and to me actually be confident on it. And I can always feel the nicks, and I always feel like I'm stepping out. So I always have to get that swapped out. You can also see on this steel how, now when you get like black steel, they always say, well, don't use a stone to it. That's kind of true. This isn't really, if this is a coating to it, it's a terrible one. It feels more like paint. And I say that because you can scratch it off really easy. It like flakes. The Byonic that's not the black is also just a paint, so it does come off. And this is really similar how that comes off. You can see it kind of wearing out up here, obviously, where it all rubs. But it's super disappointing to me that this is still what CCM puts on their $1,000 skates. They really need to do better and step it up. There was rumors at one point that they were going to go with True or buy True. I honestly would have liked that, because then you would get these skates with a pair of steel you wouldn't really have to replace. So with that said, the reason these are here is because when you buy a pair of CCM top end skates with this new XS holder, the first thing I would do is swap out this steel. Right now, Byonic is available. I know Step is coming down the line. I've had great experiences with Byonic. I really like this black, super polished. I find it works a bit better than just their painted one for rough ice. And like I play on some really bad ice in the winter, and it's super soft and it's snow buildup all the time. I really find this one helps glide when my skates don't like kind of dig in and bite. So I'm a huge fan of that. I bought it for my girlfriend. I'm such a huge fan of it. So she uses Byonic black. So that's why these are here. And that's like the first thing I would do is when buying a pair of CCM skates is swap these out and get better steel. So that's about it for the review of the Speedblade XS1 black steel, but also kind of the XS1 steel in general and how it's not very good. So yeah, hopefully it was helpful. Remember, if you like my videos, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and like this video as well. It helps me get gear so I can do reviews and talk about gear like this as well. Hit that little bell icon, subscribe so you get notified when my videos come out. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. I have content on there which isn't quite big enough for a YouTube video, but it is kind of small bites of different pieces of equipment and stuff like that. So thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.